This is debate number 4, annual performance reviews underperform. The types of formal yearly performance reviews employers impose on their workers are counterproductive and morale zapping. Pro or con? This is Hillary Chiramelli, round 1. I will be doing the pro side of the argument. I agree that annual performance reviews underperform. I have worked in the business world for about 15 years now and have always had an annual performance review. I work in the financial industry where most oftentimes our annual performance reviews also when we find out about our yearly bonuses and any pay increases. I completely agree with the 3 arguments that everyone hates them, they overemphasize the quantifiable, and they become an excuse for not evaluating performance at the rest of the year. It looks like most of the readers' comments also agree that annual performance reviews just don't really do what they're meant to do. I do believe that they have become more of a process to legally record when an employee is underperforming rather than being a true performance evaluation. I believe that a performance evaluation should be when the scope of your work is looked at, when a manager can make, constructive criticism and it can be taken. There's been numerous studies that have been done that show that when managers sit down to write performance reviews, really the only thing that's in their mind is the last 90 days. And you'll find that with a lot of companies, what will happen is when if your performance review is in December, well then starting in September, employees really ramp up their productivity and volunteer for more projects in order to be looked at in a good light. And I think that that's really counterproductive to the entire business cycle. I think that if HR is really looking for them to become more of a legal tool, that doing this more as a 360-degree evaluation throughout the year is a much better process because you actually give the employee the ability to improve upon their work. You give them clear, definable goals, and when they don't meet those goals, in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, then they can work on them rather than at the end of the year possibly being surprised by, a poor performance review. I think it would be much more effective, if they were on a timely basis where you could actually improve your performance, if they were much more specific to action items, we had set A as a goal for you in 1 month and you didn't achieve it, and given in more manageable doses where you're saying, there's an opportunity to actually improve upon it, whereas if you do a yearly performance evaluation, you walk out of your meeting thinking, okay, but when it's not checked up in another month or 3 months or 6 months, a lot of those fall by the wayside, and then you can get into a situation where an employee, is never really reaching those goals because there's no feedback given on a more timely basis. I think that, much more timely performance reviews will also add a lot more honesty into the situation. A lot of times, managers will kind of use that yearly review to talk about things that they haven't talked about all year, and then if they had said something along the way, maybe a behavior could have been corrected or a performance could have been corrected, rather than waiting till the last minute. I also feel that a lot of your bonus or a lot of the pay increases has already been figured out well ahead of time, and these performance reviews are just kind of made to fit into what the company already has for a bonus or already has to give for pay increases. Thank you very much.